for you. My name is G Jyoti, and in today's video I would like to speak to you about whether you are functioning from survival mode, okay? And the things that I'm going to mention in today's video, okay, they have the potential to block abundance from flowing into your life, okay? These things are abundance blockers. So I want you to be aware of whether you are doing any of those things, okay, and start to remove those blocks. So, number one, hoarding. Are you a serial hoarder? Okay, I used to be one. I know what it's like. I know how difficult it can be to have all this stuff around you and to not be able to let go of it, knowing that you don't actually need all that stuff, okay? But for some reason, you just want to hold on to it with your dear life, because if you don't have that stuff, perhaps, you feel like there's going to be a part of you that goes missing with it. Well, that part of you that you feel is going to go missing with it is probably a part of you that you need to let go, okay? Hoarding is a habit that stems from a lack mentality, okay? And sometimes this can be hoarding of things like material possessions. I used to hoard clothes and shoes, okay? Literally, my wardrobe years and years ago would be pouring out with clothes that I hadn't even worn for 2 to 3 years. And I had like an unlimited supply of shoes. I could have opened a shoe shop with the amount of shoes I had, okay? So you have to learn to let go of this stuff, okay? And this can be really, really difficult because sometimes we have, we've attached ourselves to this stuff. Sometimes we've attached our self-esteem to having this stuff, and if we don't have it, it's like we just don't know who we are without it, okay? But if you are someone who knows that you've got a load of stuff that you don't really need, okay, and you could probably do with clearing out some of that clutter, then this is your sign, okay, that it's time to do that. It's time to have that clear out, okay? Because clearing that stuff out is going to help to bring new energy into your life, okay? So it has to be out with the old and in with the new, okay? So, and also I want to mention that sometimes hoarding isn't just about hoarding stuff. Sometimes we are hoarding other things like information, okay? Sometimes we're hoarding even emotional stuff like affection, okay? When it comes to information, it's like if you have knowledge about something, for instance, about a particular topic that you know that you're going to gain something from having that knowledge, sometimes you can be afraid. You might want to hold on to that information because you feel like as though, well, if you go out in the world and you share that, or you share that with your friends and your family, you feel like as though, well, then they might get the very thing that I'm trying to get from this knowledge. They might get it and then I won't, okay? You think that somebody else being able to obtain something is going to hinder your own chances from attaining it. So this is something to be aware of. And when I say hoarding affection, this is really like a manipulation tool sometimes that people will use in romantic relationships, where they think, well, if they hold back on their affection, that it will make their partner a little bit uneasy, maybe a little bit insecure, and it'll make their partner feel like as though they need to, work harder to keep you, okay? So this can be really subtle, this hoarding thing. So try to recognize where in your life you may be doing that, okay? Because that will be blocking abundance. So, number 2, do you get jealous and envious of others, okay? Because this is also a lack mentality, okay? Because this is you feeling like you either don't have enough or you are not enough, okay, compared to others. You're worried that some other person out there is either better than you or has something that is better than you, and you'll never have that thing. You worry that Also, jealousy can be you worry that something you do have, you're going to lose someday. And so you cling to that thing or that person. Okay, so be aware of if there is any jealous feelings towards anybody. This isn't always necessarily in a romantic relationship. It can manifest in just, you know, platonic relationships, friendships. You could be jealous of a family member. You could be jealous of your next door neighbor. Okay, so, or even just people that you see are performing well at something that you really want to do. And sometimes that's really for you, that really is a sign for you to recognize that the very thing that you're jealous of maybe is the particular ability or the talent or the skill that you're really yearning to be able to develop within yourself, to harness within yourself. Okay, so just treat that as though that is the universe's way of letting you know that, hey, this is the thing that you really need to work on. Okay, sometimes we get jealous of other people because they're good at something, you know, they're good at going to the gym, you know, or they're very self-disciplined. Whatever it is, that's for you. Use that to go inwards and know what it is that you need to work upon in yourself. Okay, number 3, are you competitive? Okay, this kind of ties in with the whole jealousy thing, because you being competitive means that you constantly feel like as though you need to be better than others. Okay, you're maybe somebody who just isn't very good at losing. You are a bad loser when it comes to games, when it comes to sports. Okay, whatever it is, you know, a dance competition, you just hate losing. You just can't find it in yourself to be pleased for somebody else, you know, who is doing well, who did something a little bit better than what you did it, right? So you're worried that somebody else is basically doing better than you and is somehow more talented than you. Okay, so be aware of where you feel like you are too much comparing yourself against other people, and that is making you very competitive in an unhealthy way. Okay, number four is you're trying to be perfect. Okay, you're a perfectionist. Now, it is really good to be somebody who works hard, yeah, who notices where they need to make improvements. It's always good to want to improve your work, you know, it's always good to do self-improvement. But if it is getting to the point where you are just someone who just is noticing all the flaws, you know, the flaws in yourself or the flaws in a work that you have produced, whatever it is. Okay, if you just are one of those people that you just can't post that video on TikTok until every single thing in there feels absolutely perfect to you, or you know, you just can't, you know, whatever it is, you just can't do that presentation that you want to do until you feel as though you have just completely nailed it in every way, shape and form. You know, you're worried really too much there about what other people are going to think of your work or of you. Okay, the judgments that they're going to have about that. You really have to let that go. Okay, sometimes you've just got to go for it, because if you're too much of a perfectionist, that will completely block you sometimes from taking action, from helping you to actually move forward with your goals and the things that you want to achieve. Okay, so you have to be a little bit, you know, kind to yourself. Okay, be easy with yourself if you feel that you are that way inclined. Okay, tip number 5, okay, is you're looking for someone to take care of you. Okay, you're looking for a sugar daddy. Okay, now if you're looking for someone to take care of you, this is because you don't feel that you can take care of your own needs, okay? You feel like as though, you know, you can't be self-sufficient, okay? And sometimes this really just boils down to a fear of taking responsibility, a fear of taking responsibility for your own life, which really is just a survival fear, okay? Something that you've really got to try and push through. So now I'm going to go through each of these 5 points and what is it that we want to transmute these energies into. So hoarding, we want to transmute into sharing, okay? We want to feel like as though we have enough, that we are abundant enough to be able to share what we have with others, okay? So if it's hoarding stuff, donate it, give it away to charity if you don't need it, okay? Give it to somebody who does really need it and could really benefit from it, you know? If it's other stuff like information, for example, you're hoarding, just share it, because it's only when you actually have that output of energy that you actually invite new energy to come in. There has to be an output. There can't just be this constant input, this taking in of stuff, taking in of information, you know, just take, okay? You've got to give some of it away to balance out the playing field, to balance these energies within you, okay? And it's really that action of sharing, it really speaks to the universe about, it's really kind of sending that strong message to the universe that you are abundant, that you feel like you have enough, and therefore you feel like you're in a position to give it away, you're in a position to share, okay? Jealousy can be transmuted into connection, okay? Because the reason for jealousy really is because we feel very separate from one another, okay? So we really want to remember that at the deeper level of our being, we are all connected, okay? So you want to try and find ways to connect with other people. And if you do that, you can hopefully start to celebrate other people's success, okay? Celebrate what they have, okay? Because you will start to, because there isn't that feeling of separateness between you, you will recognize their achievements as your own, yeah? Because there is that energy of oneness there, of interconnectedness, which is what we really want to do, okay, with each other. We want to be able to celebrate other people's success, and that really ties in with the third one, competition. Competition is to be transmuted into collaboration, okay? You don't want to feel like as though you're working against other people, but you want to feel like as though you're working with other people. You're in co-creation with others. You're doing this together, okay? This is about working together. And so hopefully harnessing a feeling of connectedness with others will help you to feel like that it's more about collaborating rather than competing, okay? Perfectionism can be transmuted into self-acceptance and self-love. Love heals everything, okay? As cheesy as that sounds, it is true, okay? So we need to learn to accept ourselves, okay, the way we are. And you don't want to place your self-worth upon your external achievements, on external conditions anyway, okay? And sometimes that's why somebody is really caught up in being a perfectionist, is because they have placed their self-worth massively outside of themselves. It's like this, right? The sun is going to shine no matter what, okay? The sun is out there, it's doing its job, it's shining, okay? Even when the clouds are there, the sun is still shining, yeah? The sun doesn't try to be something else. The sun doesn't try to be the moon, okay? The sun understands its natural purpose, and that's what it's there to do. And it knows that it's worthy, and it will continue to shine. It knows it's worthy simply because it is, simply because it exists. And the same goes for you, okay, and for everyone on this planet. So let's learn to accept ourselves for who we are and start to recognize the talents, the abilities that we do have, okay, and understand that we are worthy, okay, no matter what. So, last but not least was if you feel like you need someone to take care of you. Now, this is what we would call a codependent relationship, yeah? And this isn't always about looking for someone to take care of you financially. Sometimes this is you looking for someone to take care of you emotionally, okay? To meet those emotional needs that never got met when you were a child. And what we will do is sometimes we will seek out a relationship for that reason, okay? Because really it's whatever we felt we didn't get from our parents or our caregivers. We continue to repeat that pattern and find ourselves entering into romantic relationships where we feel that that person can give that to us, whatever was missing. Okay, so this is a codependent relationship. And this is to be transmuted into interdependent relationships, okay? And taking responsibility to be able to meet your own emotional needs, okay? To be able to meet all of your own needs, to not be afraid to stand on your own 2 feet if you know that that's what you need to do, okay? You want to push through that fear, right? You want to be someone who knows that they can do this by themselves and then be able to enter into a more healthy relationship with someone where you're not seeking to get something out of it, okay? So this is an abundance blocker, okay? This is going to block abundance from flowing into you, because that energy there of you feeling like you got to be with this person or whatever it is, you've got to have this thing because it's what your mentality is all about, what you can get from it, okay? What can I get from this? Rather than what can I give, which is a completely different energy, okay? So I'm gonna stop there. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please consider giving it a like and perhaps consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a beautiful day.